Greetings students, I, Richardado, welcome you all on my YouTube channel New Horizon English. I am going to teach you each topic conceptually. So stay tuned with me and let's start learning. In this tutorial, I am going to discuss different sentences as per its structure with you. We will learn simple sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentences. Lastly, we shall discuss some examples to test ourselves. I also request you to turn on the subtitles provided in this lecture. It may help you to understand the tutorial effectively. I have to remind you to watch all the tutorials of this playlist chronologically to get more clarity as these topics link with one another. If you miss one of these, it might be harder for you to understand the next one. What is a sentence? A sentence is a grammatical unit of one or more words that comprises subject and predicate and also conveys proper meaning. We can categorize a sentence as per its structure or functionality. As per structure, a sentence can be a simple sentence or a compound sentence or a complex sentence. What is a simple sentence? It is a sentence comprised of one independent clause. We know an independent clause composed of a subject and its predicate. We have already discussed all these topics vividly in previous tutorials. You can check out those by clicking the I button. Now let's take some example. Stop. It is a one-word simple sentence. It has only its finite verb. And, through this sentence, we can convey the proper meaning. Next. He runs fast. This sentence comprises the subject he and the predicate runs fast. There is only one independent clause, and it conveys its meaning. Hence it is a simple sentence. Next. Rohit came home yesterday. Here this sentence comprises its subject Rohit and predicate came home yesterday, and the meaning of the sentence can easily be understood. So this is also a simple sentence. Move on to the next example. My friends and I went to the movie. Here my friends is one subject, and I is another, and both form the compound subject. Went to the movie is the predicate part of the sentence. So the compound subject and predicate comprises the sentence. Next. Shyam has already rinsed and dried the utensils. Shyam is the subject here. Has already rinsed is one predicate and dried the utensils is another. These two predicates form the compound predicate. Subject and compound predicate comprises the sentence here. Next. He went to the market and bought a pair of trousers. He is the subject. Went to the market and bought a pair of trousers are the predicates. These two predicates comprise the compound predicate. Subject and compound predicate forms the sentence here. All the examples discussed earlier are simple sentences. Each sentence has one clause and can convey the proper meaning. Remember, any simple sentence has only one subject plus verb combination. For more clarity on subject, predicate, object, clauses, and phrases, you may watch the previous tutorials of the playlist chronologically. What is a compound sentence? If two or more independent clauses joined by coordinating conjunctions and form a sentence, called a compound sentence. Now, what is coordinate conjunction? When a conjunction joins the same rank structures like object with an object, subject with a subject, a clause with another clause, phrase with a phrase, that type of conjunction is called coordinate conjunction. There are 7 types of coordinate conjunctions: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. You can use the acronym fanboys to remember. Let's discuss some examples. He ran out of money, so he had to sell his property. Here he ran out of money is one independent clause, and he had to sell his property is another. These two clauses can convey their meaning without taking other clauses' help. And, these two clauses joined by coordinating conjunction so, hence it is a compound sentence. It is getting dark, but the task has not completed yet. Here it is getting dark is one independent clause, and the task has not completed yet is another. These two clauses joined by conjunction but, and, these two clauses can convey their meaning without taking the help of each other. That is why it is a compound sentence. He needs to go to the office, but he is sick, and cannot even walk. Here 3 independent clauses join together to form the sentence. He needs to go to the office. Is one clause, he is sick. Is another, and cannot even walk. Is another. These 3 clauses joined by coordinating conjunctions. One can join 2 or more independent clauses by using the semicolon. Example. He claimed his friend was not there, many people noticed him. Here these 2 independent clauses joined by a semicolon, and form a compound sentence. He claimed his friend was not there, but many people noticed him. One can join these clauses by using the coordinating conjunction but. Next. I am happy to work in this organization, any remuneration is very much appreciated. Here 2 independent clauses joined by a semicolon to form a compound sentence. Next. Germany is my favorite destination, I have decided to spend this summer there. In this sentence, 2 independent clauses joined by the semicolon. So, we understand here that one can join 2 independent clauses by a semicolon. And, if we use coordinating conjunctions to join independent clauses, we have to put a comma before the conjunction. One can join 2 independent clauses with the help of a conjunctive adverb to form a compound sentence. Example, however, instead, therefore, otherwise, of course, nevertheless, consequently, hence, moreover, also, next, furthermore, likewise, similarly, etc. Remember, one must add a semicolon after the first clause and add a comma after the conjunctive adverb. I want to go to the haunted bungalow, however, none of my friends are willing to go. Here 2 independent clauses joined by the conjunctive adverb however and form the compound sentence. Here we have to add the semicolon after the first clause and put a comma after the conjunctive adverb. The board members have a different opinion regarding the matter, therefore, they cannot conclude. Here 2 independent clauses are joined by the conjunctive adverb. So one can join 2 or more clauses by coordinating conjunctions, or by using the semicolon, or by the help of conjunctive adverb. What is a complex sentence? If one independent clause and 1 or more dependent clauses joined by subordinating conjunctions to form a sentence is called a complex sentence. Remember, subordinating conjunction is a word or phrase that can join a dependent clause to its principal clause. Whether, as much as, whereas, after, as soon as, until, whenever, though, although, because, since, as, so that, if, unless, provided that, words, how, which, whatever, where, who, whose, whom, etc. are the examples of subordinating conjunction. Let's discuss some examples. I like the boy whom you have seen playing yesterday. Here I like the boy is the principal clause as it has its subject and finite verb and can convey the proper meaning. But, whom you have seen playing yesterday is a dependent clause as it cannot convey proper meaning, and we still need more information. In this sentence, whom is the subordinating conjunction, and it connects the dependent clause to its principal clause. Here, the subordinate clause is defining the noun boy, hence it is an adjective clause. Next. What he needed most is abstruse. In this sentence, what he needed most is the dependent clause as it cannot convey the proper meaning, and we need more information. This dependent clause acts as the subject of the finite verb is, that is why it is a noun clause. Whole sentence what he needed most is abstruse is the principal clause. Next. As the train got late, the passengers demanded a refund. Here, as the train got late is the subordinate clause. It cannot convey the proper meaning. The passengers demanded a refund is the principal clause and the subordinating conjunction as connects the dependent clause to its principal clause. Here the dependent clause is the reason for demanding a refund by the passenger. That is why it is an adverbial clause. Let's practice. We are going to join simple sentences and form compound or complex sentences. This is the student. He broke the chair. Here we have written 2 simple sentences. We can convey proper meaning, but the writing style is not up to the mark. If we want to improve our writing style, we need to join these sentences. This is the student who broke the chair. Now, we have joined these two simple sentences, and it forms a complex one using an adjective clause. Here who broke the chair is the adjective clause and who is the subordinating conjunction that joins the subordinate clause to its principal clause. In both ways, we can convey the same meaning, but the writing style got improved. Now, listeners don't find this witting monotonous. Next. Rohit is quite intelligent. He stood first in the board exam. We can join these two simple sentences and form a compound one. We can join these two with the help of a coordinating conjunction. Then we have to put a comma before the coordinating conjunction. Or we can join these two by using a semicolon before the later clause. Post your answers in the comment section below. You have to join simple sentences to form a compound or complex sentences. Coal is found in India. It is a useful material. You can use which to join the sentences, pause for a while and try to answer. The answer would be coal, which is a useful material, is found in India. Which is a useful material is the description of coal. It is a group of words having its finite verb is and subject which. This clause cannot convey the proper meaning. We need more information. So it is an adjective clause. And, we join these two simple sentences, and form a complex one. Next. He came to my place. I was not there. You can use when to join these sentences. Please post your answer. He came to my place when I was not there. When I was not there is the adverbial clause. It modifies the finite verb came, if one asked when did he come. The reply would be when I was not there, so, it is an adverbial clause. We join these simple sentences, and form a complex one. Next. He committed the crime. Nobody doesn't know. Use why to join the sentences. Post your answers, please. Nobody doesn't know why he committed the crime. Here why he committed the crime is the object of the finite verb know. If one asks what does nobody know, the reply would be why he committed the crime, so the entire clause is the object of the finite verb, and we know that only a noun or a pronoun can be an object of a verb. So the clause why he committed the crime is the noun clause. After joining the sentences, it becomes a complex one. You should post your answer in the comments section and play this video once again to get more clarity on this topic. If this video is helpful, please like and do share it with your friends, family members, and acquaintances. For upcoming videos, you may subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon for notification. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. That's it for today, and see you in the next class. God bless you all.